I feel like I actually have like for sure a grandfather figure that's passed over. Don't want to sound like so like cliche. Don't want to sound this, but I do believe, courtesy of this gentleman over here, there has to be an M name also passed over, like Miguel, like Michael. They're showing me my grandfather who passed over. His name is Miguel, which is obviously what Michael in English, correct? So I really believe I need to acknowledge grandfather that's in spirit. And I also believe that his contemporary, his wife is also passed over as well with him. I feel like there's also a reference that I do need to acknowledge here, is that either we need to bring up either May being significant, either their birthday or their death anniversary connected here. Where am I at?
Willow's name is Miguel. My grandmother passed away.
Let me do this for you. Yeah, because this is why you're here. This is why you're here. So, grandfather passed over. I need to acknowledge, here's the thing with your grandfather, very adamant when he comes through, because when he comes through, I feel like that he was showing me my grandfather, which is Miguel. I lost my grandfather 3 years ago. Oh, you're gonna make me cry.
I was 2 when he passed, so I never got to meet him.
Yeah, I was gonna say he passed many years ago, because I feel like this man though is very inspirational to me still. Because when he comes through, there's a way with him that I'm seeing my grandfather, and I feel like I had a really close connection with him, and it was kind of like, I did not get to say goodbye to him because of my own personal issues, own personal reasons, and I think for you couldn't say goodbye because you were too young for that. You know what I mean? So he's made me feel like that he doesn't want to tell you there's no goodbyes. When your grandfather comes through, he wants to do what I use, the spirit hug, but more importantly, he wants to embrace you because this man has continually watched over you for many, many years. I really believe in a very beautiful way. It's his way identifying his love and support to you, because as much as you said you were 2 or 3 when you lost him, not me, that you still like honor him, not just by talking about him like this lady does with her husband, but you like seriously like honor him, like if it's going to the cemetery, going to the graveside, doing this, like you still keep him alive. And even though it's been that long, he wants to say thank you for doing that. I also need to validate, because we acknowledge what May, we're also May connected out here. Is that his birthday or death anniversary?
His birthday is Cinco de Mayo.
Okay, that's all. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. Because I feel like I need to acknowledge that, because I don't want you to give me what I haven't said yet. Because it's important for you to know, to experience, this is their way to communicate. So by you giving the information, it may take away the meaning of the message. Does that make sense? So his wife is then passed over, correct? Right? So would she also then be in May? Did she pass in May or birthday in May?
It was his birthday, and then we went to the hospital, and then she passed, and then we had her service, all within the month of May.
Okay. Then this is grandma and grandpa
My brother.
coming through together. So I need to validate coming through. They're bringing up my grandma. My grandma's name Juanita. So is there like a J name connected here to your grandmother?
Juanita.
What's your name?
Juanita.
We're not related? No bitch. That's crazy. That's my that's my mom's. Is that mom's side?
My dad.
Okay.
My dad's side.
Thank God. So here's the thing. My grandparents on my mom's side is named Miguel and Juanita, and that's what I'm seeing. So if they're Miguel and Juanita, just know that this is their way coming through together in a very beautiful way. When your grandmother comes through, her feels more recent though, to be quite honest. It doesn't feel like that was like 25 years ago, 15 years ago. It feels like we actually had a personal connection. I had time with her, and I feel like it's important for you to know that when she comes through, she's identifying her love to you in a very special way. I see that you have this as like her cross or her rosary. Was that hers, or did you do this for her?
I did it for her. It's actually the rosary from the Sagrada Familia, which is the largest Catholic church in the world, and the Presbyterian Catholic. I thought it was gorgeous because it's a multicolored.
She's telling me that she loves it. So thank you for doing that, because she didn't feel like I need to point out the beads or what you did for her, because I feel like it's her way of identifying, like, your arm is just glowing for me. So I really believe it's her way of identifying that for you, to identify that. Would have someone actually like wrote like a letter or a note to her, and then they have buried it with her, or left it at her graveside, or there's something about the writing and a note left?
I would leave notes. I leave notes on their gravesite.
All the time? I know that you know that.
Whenever they come to me in my dreams, I write about it and I leave it on their stone.
I feel like in some ways that they receive the notes. So as much as you may leave it on the tombstone, the gravestone, whatever it is, I feel like it's their way of saying we receive the letters, we receive the notes, and I think it's their way to say continue to do that, because I think it's part of the grieving process, but also part of validation. Your grandma's birthday is this month? Yeah, she's saying happy birthday, like to herself, but she's celebrating herself. So it's like, happy birthday, like I feel like she's so happy. I'm gonna say the 26th. Okay, I see 25th, 26th. So I feel like in a very funny way that she wants to identify that she's celebrating her birthday. Like she's jumping up and down. Like I was almost jumping up and down. So I feel like there's a very excited moment that I get with your grandmother where I'm like, oh my god, this is like fun. But I really believe your grandmother was actually a ball of fun, to be quite honest. I don't believe that she was like dry. No offense to any older grandmothers or ladies that are in here, but I really believe your grandmother was very fun, very outgoing. And even though that she was much older, I actually feel like there was more of a natural cause that may have happened here with your grandmother. So I don't get this as being like a quick heart attack, a sudden thing that happened here, but I really believe it's her way of identifying, saying, I'm okay. I'm okay, because I really believe it's important for your dad to know, for the family to know, that she's okay and grandpa's okay. So I really believe that his parents need to give that love and support to your father. The interesting thing though with your grandfather, and I don't want to sound so cliche and so like, oh, like he was my grandfather, he like loved me, he watched me, but it's weird though because it feels like that the connection with your grandfather, even though he validated and you still talk to him, you still honor him, it feels different. So I may misinterpret something or maybe overanalyze or maybe go in a completely different direction, but I feel like I need to bring up either both your grandparents, both grandma and grandpa together, or either one of them specifically. Let me tell you what I'm being shown, and I don't know if this is going to make sense to you. My grandfather and my grandparents, I would always say my little sister is like the favorite child. She was a baby. They would always like walk to the grocery store together. They would go like to, I don't know if you guys remember Alpha Beta. That's how old I am. Alpha Beta, we would walk to Alpha Beta to the grocery store. Those who are young do not know what Alpha Beta is. It's a grocery store. They used to take her to the grocery store. They used to put her on the rides and all the machines and all that. I'm seeing that. But I believe there might be actually a personal photo that you may actually have of either them that would be somehow similar to your relationship to them or what may have been connected to them before they passed over. It's not obviously after, it's not their services, but what was done. What is that, or how does that make sense?
I know, obviously, living in a Mexican family, the children obviously lived with their parents. I was technically the last baby in the household. I was last when my parents stayed until he moved out after he passed. And there's a photo I have, and it's super, super dark. It's super, super like you can't tell, but I know it's him on the recliner, and I'm on his stomach. I know it's me.
Just know that he's aware that you have this photo. So if that's something that you just came across or something that you just keep for yourself, know that he's aware of that. And maybe that perhaps this is your own personal validation by him validating that experiences. So the fact you feel like that's you, that's him, this is just the way validating that process here for you in a very beautiful way, in a very huge way for you. And I really believe it's his way of identifying that connection that never quite left. You know, I have a great other medium, her name's Paula Duran, she's in Los Angeles County, and she works with, she wrote a book called I'm Not Dead, I'm Not Different, but I keep on feeling in some ways that there's kind of like this energy, like spirit saying, like, I'm not dead, I'm not different. So I really believe it's about your own personal connection that you have with those loved ones by continuing on them. So all I can say truly right now is continue on mom, dad, continue to talk to them, continue to give them love. Specifically, and this, again, one last thing, or maybe two last things. I never know when I'm done here. Two last things, I think. Are they buried, or would they actually have, like, say, a mausoleum or something like that up? Is this private, or is this actually family owned, like, or is this like, say, Rose Hill, something like that?
It's, well, I'm from Central California, so it's on Smith Cemetery, so they are in the mausoleum, and it's him first, and it's her second. We only have keys for it. There's other families, but we have keys.
Okay, he's made like that, whatever you have to go into, it's almost like the Golden Palace. He's joking around with that. So I feel like in a very funny way, it's almost like you have the keys to the palace. So I feel like that anytime you go there, if you go there just to sit down, see him, visit him, eat there, whatever it is, I think it's kind of their way of saying, like, I'm there with you. So just know this is Grandma and Grandpa's way, embracing you, loving you, hugging you, but more importantly, thank you for allowing me to reconnect with my grandfather tonight in this very moment. So thank you.
You brought my abuelo and my abuela. I was expecting my abuelo to come through, but I guess my abuelo, of course, was the one that had to be, of course, the gentleman and be the one in the front. He was very spot on. It was to a T what he was expressing and kind of what, I guess, the validation that I wanted and everything that I've been thinking and wondering all these in 27. So 27 years that I've been thinking since nearly my abuelo's passing and then since my abuela's passing it brings me clarity and brings me closure.